welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make 3 different flavour cupcakes using just one simple recipe. These cupcakes are super soft and fluffy and they're really easy to make. I'm going to be using all your favourite flavours including Oreo, Biscoff and Nutella. So I really hope you enjoyed this video and let's begin. We're going to start by making the cupcake batter. So you need equal parts eggs, to self-raising flour, to caster sugar, to margarine or butter. You can weigh out your eggs to be super accurate, but I'm just using 4 large eggs today. You're also gonna need baking powder, milk, and vanilla extract to give them that vanilla taste, of course. The very first thing we're gonna do is lightly beat our eggs into this bowl because that's gonna help them mix into the batter more easily. My eggs are at room temperature, which is also gonna help them mix more easily into our batter. That'll do, and then I'm just gonna set them aside with the other ingredients. For the cupcake batter, I'm gonna be using the all-in-one method, which literally just means that we're gonna put all of our ingredients into the bowl at once and then mix them all together from there. It's super simple. So, the first thing going in is our self-raising flour. If you don't have self-raising flour, you could use plain flour and add an extra 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Now we're gonna go in with our caster sugar. Now I'm gonna add in our baking powder. So just 1 teaspoon of this because I'm using self-raising flour as well. Now I'm gonna add our softened margarine. I'm using margarine today, but like I said, you could use softened butter. I actually think margarine gives it a really nostalgic taste for me. Like cupcakes made with margarine, in my opinion, taste better. I don't know, what's your opinion? Now I'm gonna pour in our beaten eggs, followed by our milk. So about 30 milliliters or 1/8 of a cup. And finally, our vanilla extract. This is totally optional, but of course it gives it a really nice vanilla taste. But the vanilla should be about 1 to 2 teaspoons. It's totally up to your taste preference. I'm just gonna whisk this together now until it's nice and thick and smooth and everything should be combined. I'm gonna be using my electric hand whisk here, but you can use just a regular hand whisk. It will just take a lot longer. That's perfect. Now let's prep our cupcake tin. I'm gonna line my tin with cupcake cases. These are large cupcake cases. You can use smaller ones, but you will need to make more cupcakes, which is only a good thing, I guess. So I'm actually color coding them. So red is gonna be for Nutella. Blue is gonna be for Oreo because the packaging is blue. And Biscoff is gonna be orange because we can't use red because we're already using that for Nutella. Where's other? That confused me. But Biscoff is basically orange anyway. So let's grab our cake batter so we can fill them. Now, this is a really easy hack to fill your cupcake cases. I'm gonna be using a large ice cream scoop or cookie scoop, as I think this makes the whole thing so much easier. Obviously not essential, but I would invest in one of these. I think they're great. So I'm gonna scoop the batter into our cupcake scoop, ice cream scoop first. I think this is cleaner than scooping it in so you don't get batter everywhere. And then I'm just gonna scoop that into there and it fills it perfectly. I'm actually doing this very messily. I'm usually a lot neater with this. And then that goes in just like that. The scoop can be used as a guide to fill your cupcakes evenly, but you can always even them out with extra batter at the end as well. They're looking nice and even, so I'm just gonna grab a tablespoon just to smooth them out a little bit. So I'm just gonna smooth the tops out, and this is just gonna help ensure that they cook nice and evenly and that they've got that nice rounded top. Perfect. Now, these are gonna go in the oven at 150 degrees if you have a fan oven, 170 if you don't have a fan oven, for about 18 to 20 minutes or until a toothpick comes out with just a few moist crumbs on. So, I will be back. We're back, our cupcakes are baked and fully cooled, so I'm actually gonna turn these into stuffed cupcakes. I'm gonna hollow out the middle and I'm gonna show you a really easy way to do it. So I'm gonna be using a large piping nozzle to hollow out the middle. This is a Wilton 2A, if that helps anyone, or it's about 2.5 centimeters wide. So you're gonna push it into your cupcake and give it a little twist, and then you're gonna pull it out, and the cake should come with it. And then if you want to scoop out a little bit more, you can just use half a teaspoon and just scoop out a little bit more cake. So it should look like this. I've hollowed out all of our cupcakes. Now, my favorite bit, the filling and the icing. For the topping, I'm gonna make a super easy buttercream icing. Then we're gonna flavor them all individually. So for your basic buttercream icing, you just need softened unsalted butter, icing sugar, and milk if you need to loosen it. So your butter is gonna go in first. Mine's actually a little bit too melted, but it is gonna make it nice and easy to mix, so I'll take it. Now we're gonna gradually add our icing sugar. You can do this about half at a time or thirds. It's just gonna make it easier to mix and not overload it with icing sugar right at the beginning. I'm also gonna add about a tablespoon of milk as well. Now I'm gonna whisk it together using my electric mixer, which is somewhere. I've got it. Now we're just gonna beat this until it's nice and creamy. That's looking great. Now I'm gonna add the rest of our icing sugar and another tablespoon of milk. The milk just helps to loosen it a little bit and it makes it easier to whisk as well. Oh, the temptation to eat this. Perfect, so that is our basic buttercream. Now I'm gonna separate it into 2 more bowls so we can flavor them. I'm gonna eyeball this, but I'm gonna try and split them as evenly as possible into my 3 bowls. Does that look even? I'm gonna roll with it. Let's start with our Nutella cupcakes. To make our Nutella buttercream, we are simply just gonna add Nutella. So I have 30 grams here. I'm just gonna scoop that in. And I'm just gonna whisk this until combined. Perfect, now let's transfer it to a piping bag. I'm quickly gonna show you how I fill my piping bag. So grab your chosen nozzle. I'm using a Wilton 1M. Pop that in, and then you're just gonna push it up a little bit, cut off the bottom, and then push it down so it's nice and tight. Place it in a nice tall glass, one that's not too wide. Pull the piping bag over the top. Grab your buttercream. I use a little spatula thing. And then grab a little bit of that. And you're just gonna scoop it in and push it down a little bit. Make sure we get every last bit. Scrape that in. Shake it down. And then squeeze it all the way to the bottom. Twist the top and we are ready. I've got a red cupcake and I've got Nutella, straight up Nutella, in this piping bag. This is gonna be our filling, so I'm gonna pipe that in like that. And then I'm gonna grab our buttercream icing and I'm gonna pipe a nice swirl on the top. Hopefully I am. Does that look good? I feel like I did a good job there. I'm also gonna top it with a Ferrero Rocher, if I can get it open. And that is it. That is our Nutella cupcake. Moving on to the Biscoff cupcakes. Just like the Nutella cupcakes, we're just gonna add Biscoff spread to our icing. And then I'm just gonna whisk it until it's nice and combined. Perfect, now I'm gonna transfer this into a piping bag. I've got my Biscoff buttercream in one piping bag and my Biscoff spread in another piping bag. This is gonna be the filling, so I'm gonna pipe that into the middle. There we go. And then Biscoff buttercream on top. Biscoff buttercream, if you haven't tried it, you need to try it. It's absolutely delicious. Okay, and then to finish it off, I'm gonna break a Lotus Biscoff biscuit in half. Which side should I use? This one? Oh no, that's the wrong side. This one. And then I'm just gonna place that in the side of it. And that is our Biscoff cupcake. Last but not least, we're gonna be making our Oreo cupcakes. So I'm gonna start by crushing up 3 Oreos. I'm using a bag and a rolling pin, but you could use a food processor or just crush them I was about to say with your hands, maybe not a good idea. You can crush them in a bowl with a spoon. Okay, they are nice and finely crushed. So I'm gonna add them to our buttercream. There we go. And then you don't need an electric mixer for these, just a spoon or a rubber spatula, and you're just gonna fold them in. You could also add in some vanilla here as well if you wanted to. Now let's transfer this to our piping bag. For this one, I'm actually gonna pipe the buttercream icing into the middle as well as on top. You don't have to do this, you could just pipe it on top if you wanted to. Oh, now I'm gonna pipe this on top. Okay, and then I'm gonna add half an Oreo. If I can break this nicely. I broke one of them nicely. And I'm gonna put that inside there. Ta-da! And that is our Oreo cupcake. So these are our finished cupcakes. We have Nutella, Oreo, and Lotus Biscoff. Let me know which one you think would be your favorite or which one you're gonna make first. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.